You are welcome to this channel. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe. In the news, U.S. Embassy publishes report on how Nigerian governors spend billions on housing. The United States Embassy in Nigeria recently drew attention to a comprehensive report that sheds light on the opulent spending habits of Nigerian state governors who are channeling vast sums of public funds into lavish projects despite the severe economic challenges crippling the nation. The report, titled Nigeria's Ruling Class Splashes Billions of Government Houses, was published by the Africa Report and paints a stark picture of fiscal extravagance at a time when ordinary Nigerians are grappling with unprecedented financial difficulties. According to the detailed expose, while President Bola Tinubu has urged citizens to persevere through the economic turmoil resulting from his administration's policies, the same call for austerity does not appear to extend to the country's governors. The report underscores a troubling disconnect as Nigerians are forced to tighten their belts and rising costs and economic hardship. Amid rising costs and economic hardship, the political elite continue to approve exorbitant budgets for projects that prioritize luxury over public welfare. This disparity has sparked widespread concern about the priorities of Nigerian leadership. For example, the report highlights the case of Oyo State, where Governor Seyi Makinde's administration greenlight an astonishing 63.4 billion naira for the renovation of the state government house. The justification provided was that the existing facility was deemed an embarrassment and unfit for its purpose. Similarly, in Gombe State, one of Nigeria's most impoverished regions, Governor Inu Yahaya has overseen the allocation of 14.9 billion naira for the construction of a new state-of-the-art governor's residence. Additionally, another 14.23 billion naira has been earmarked for the development of a House of Assembly complex in the same state. These figures stand in sharp contrast to the dire economic realities faced by the average citizen, raising questions about accountability and fiscal responsibility. On Tuesday, the U.S. Embassy in Nigeria took to the social media platform X to amplify the report's findings, sharing a link to the article alongside poignant remarks from organizations advocating for transparency and accountability in governance. In his post, the embassy emphasized the broader implication of such spending, noting such alleged lack of fiscal responsibility fuels inequality and erodes public trust. This statement underscores the growing frustration with a leadership class that appears insulated from the economic sacrifices demanded of the broader population. The report and the embassy's response have reignited discussions about the governance and resource allocation in Nigeria as citizens face mounting challenges, including inflation and unemployment. The lavish expenditure on government residencies and other non-essential projects is seen as a betrayal of public trust. The contrast between the ruling class's action and the daily struggles of ordinary Nigerians highlights a crucial need for greater oversight and accountability on how public funds are managed. This particular communique and expose is really pointing accusing fingers to leadership in this country. I know specifically now, two examples were made on Oyo State and Gombe State. These two states, of course, they are grappling with their own, share of the economic woes that is bedeviling the country as a result of some of the economic challenges that are inevitable, which the president had to take, and we have already been grappling with that reality. Nobody is even making a fuss of it. But now that the president in his own background is trying to also make sure that low-hanging fruits and then things that can cushion the effect of the reality and the outcome of the decision he made can, begin to come to people, but it's in the hands of these governors. And they have decided to, misplace priority because that's the way I can see this kind of situation, that you have enough money now and the people are suffering. Instead of taking care of the people, you are taking care of ordinary blocks and infrastructures that another administration will come tomorrow again and still use the word unfit, unbefitting, like the ones of Oyo State had done. And oftentimes on the history of the Oyo State House that the governors used to say, most times those governors don't stay there. Like Governor Ajimobi, most of the time during his own tenure, was even governing from his own house. He didn't even stay in that state house. Well, maybe if Governor Seyi Makinde decided to use the place, there is nothing wrong in renovating and reconstruction and rebuilding. But please, what is the priority? Then how is it that the value of the amount to be used is staggering to a point that people can easily, castigate and then begin to pinpoint an attention to something else that even if that money is channeled into, it will be worthwhile and better. I could remember recently when the president gave or lavished some gifts on the Super Falcons, some Nigerians were complaining that many people are in poverty. It will have been better for the president to channel that money to those who are suffering, even though it's not fully accepted because many times people speak out of unnecessary emotion and sentiment. But the point being, flogged this very moment is the fact that each of these governors, it seems as if they don't understand why they are in power. And also some of them, it seems as if they have wrong advisors who are calling on them to do things that will only satisfy their ego and not what will satisfy the livelihood of each citizen of their respective state and Nigerians in general. So because I don't understand why a sitting governor will sit down that he knew is grappling with even paying ordinary salary to Nigerians, and also he understand the fact that there are a lot of infrastructural economic deficits even within his own purview, the state, and the next thing he wants to do is to allocate some chunk of money for a state house in which he may not eventually live in. And that is pointing our attention to something that probably they are just trying to use that avenue to siphon the money. Because for Governor Seyi Makinde to put that in his budget and plan towards about 64 point something billion naira state house, state of the art renovation and reconstruction, he is going to spend 2 years more and then his tenure elapsed and finally he is in the second term of the tenure. So who is going to stay there? Another person entirely. So the gain, as it were, if we look at it from the surface view, we will say he's being selfless, but when you dig down you will realize that some of these so-called big projects are used as a funnel to siphon public fund, and this to an extent doesn't help. I think this governor need to make a rethink and begin to channel the resources of the state properly so that the people can enjoy and posterity will not forget them. And that is a legacy. Instead of building a monument, they will put their name. Let them build lives and let them save people, and then society will not forget them. Keep liking our channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you share. Give us your thumbs up. Thank you very much.